Hello, and welcome to the Movie Hub. If you're like me and love movies that keep you on edge until the very last scene and leave you speechless with their unexpected endings, then you're in the right place. Today, we've got something truly special. A list of films that will absolutely shock you with their plot twists and wild finales. Ready to be truly surprised? Then let's begin. Nocturnal Animals. Nocturnal Animals is a neo-noir psychological thriller from 2016 based on the novel Tony and Susan by Austin Wright, directed by Tom Ford. The story begins when Susan, a successful art gallery owner, receives a manuscript from her ex-husband, a man she hasn't spoken to in years. The manuscript tells the story of Tony, a man whose wife and daughter are attacked and murdered by a gang led by the ruthless Ray Marcus during a nighttime drive through the desert. Tony teams up with Detective Bobby Andes to seek justice and revenge. As Susan reads the novel, she begins to reflect on her own emotions and past choices. It's a haunting, multi-layered film that masterfully combines thriller and drama, exploring themes of revenge, regret, justice, and guilt. IMDb rating 7.5. The Lobster. The Lobster is a dystopian black comedy drama from 2015. Set in a twisted society where single people are sent to a hotel and given 45 days to find a partner, or else be turned into an animal of their choice. David, the main character, arrives at the hotel after his wife leaves him. There, he meets other guests, each desperate to find a match. They participate in strange rituals and even go on hunts to capture loners hiding in the forest. Anyone caught is transformed into an animal. David tries to find a partner, but when he fails, he escapes to the woods. The film uses absurdity and humor to mock how modern society approaches relationships. It's smart, provocative, and blends dystopia, satire, and tragedy. It challenges viewers to think about love, pressure, and individuality. IMDb rating 7.1. 10 Cloverfield Lane. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a 2016 science fiction thriller. A spiritual successor to Cloverfield, its plot doesn't directly connect to the original, which makes the tension and mystery even stronger. The story begins with Michelle, who gets into a car accident and wakes up in an underground bunker. There, she meets Howard, a man who claims he saved her from an apocalyptic event that occurred on the surface. Another survivor, Emmett, is also there and supports Howard's story. But as time passes, Michelle starts questioning everything, especially Howard's increasingly strange and aggressive behavior. She and Emmett begin planning an escape, unsure if Howard is protecting them or hiding something darker. This is a gripping, claustrophobic thriller that makes brilliant use of limited space and a small cast. It blends science fiction, psychological tension, and surprise twists, making it a must-watch for fans of both thrillers and suspense. IMDb rating 7.2. Source Code. Source Code is a 2011 sci-fi thriller directed by Duncan Jones. It explores time, reality, and sacrifice, offering a story that's both intense and thoughtful. Coulter Stevens wakes up in another man's body, aboard a commuter train headed for Chicago. At first, he's confused, but he soon learns he's part of a secret military program called Source Code. This technology allows him to relive the last 8 minutes of a person's life in order to discover the identity of a train bomber and prevent future attacks. Each time he returns, he gathers more clues. As he gets closer to the truth, the line between reality and memory begins to blur. This is a mind-bending thriller that blends action, mystery, and philosophy, asking tough questions about identity, time, and morality. IMDb rating 7.5. Inception. Inception is a 2010 sci-fi thriller by Christopher Nolan. It's known for its complex plot, breathtaking visuals, and themes of dreams versus reality. The story follows Dom Cobb, a skilled thief who enters people's dreams to steal their secrets. He's given one last job, not to steal, but to plant an idea in someone's mind. As his team dives deeper into the layers of dreams, the line between what's real and what's imagined starts to break. The film explores the subconscious, memory, and emotional trauma, all through dazzling scenes of bending cities and shifting gravity. A masterpiece that fuses science fiction, suspense, and deep emotional weight. IMDb rating, 8.8. The Game. The Game is a 1997 psychological thriller by David Fincher. It follows Nicholas Van Orton, a wealthy businessman who lives a cold, lonely life. On his birthday, he receives an unusual gift from his brother, a voucher for a mysterious game. Nicholas agrees, and soon finds his life spiraling out of control. He's stalked, manipulated, and attacked. His career, safety, and sanity begin to fall apart. He doesn't know what's real or who to trust. It's a tense, brilliant film that explores the illusion of control, the nature of reality, and the weight of isolation. One of Fincher's most compelling and unpredictable works. IMDb rating, 7.7. Kinopoisk, 8.3. Prisoners is a 2013 mystery thriller by Denis Villeneuve. It's a dark, emotionally charged story about morality and desperation. It begins on Thanksgiving. Two families gather to celebrate, but the day turns into a nightmare when two little girls go missing. The main suspect is arrested, but due to lack of evidence, he's released. One of the fathers, unable to wait for justice, takes matters into his own hands. He kidnaps the suspect and holds him captive, hoping to force a confession. As the police detective continues the investigation, he uncovers disturbing secrets. This is a gripping, layered thriller that raises questions about justice, vengeance, and human limits. IMDb rating, 8.2. Prisoners. Prisoners is a 2013 mystery thriller by Denis Villeneuve. It's a dark, emotionally charged story about morality and desperation. It begins on Thanksgiving. Two families gather to celebrate, but the day turns into a nightmare when two little girls go missing. The main suspect is arrested, but due to lack of evidence, he's released. One of the fathers, unable to wait for justice, takes matters into his own hands. He kidnaps the suspect and holds him captive, hoping to force a confession. As the police detective continues the investigation, he uncovers disturbing secrets. This is a gripping, layered thriller that raises questions about justice, vengeance, and human limits. IMDb rating, 8.2. Shutter Island. Shutter Island is a 2009 psychological thriller by Martin Scorsese. Set in 1954, two U.S. Marshals, Teddy Daniels and Chuck Oll, arrive at a remote mental institution on an island to investigate the disappearance of a patient, Rachel Solando, who was admitted after murdering her 3 children. But the deeper they dig, the more strange things they encounter. The staff are uncooperative, the records are hidden, and Teddy begins to question his own reality. As his mind unravels, the story twists into something even darker. The ending is one of the most debated in cinema, and the film's atmosphere of paranoia and psychological tension is unforgettable. IMDb rating, 8.2. Gone Girl. Gone Girl is a 2014 psychological thriller by David Fincher. On the 5th anniversary of their wedding, Nick's wife Amy vanishes. He calls the police but soon becomes a suspect. As the investigation unfolds, the public and police turn against him. We learn their marriage was full of secrets, lies, and manipulation. Amy's diary reveals troubling accusations, and signs point to Nick being abusive. The film explores how people manipulate truth and perception, and how easily public opinion can be swayed. With sharp twists and powerful psychological depth, Gone Girl remains a haunting portrayal of modern relationships. IMDb rating, 8.1. Parasite. Parasite is a dark, dramatic thriller from South Korea, released in 2019. It tells the story of the Kim family, who live in poverty. The son manages to get a job as a tutor for the wealthy Park family, pretending to be a university student. One by one, the Kims infiltrate the Park household, replacing the staff through deception. The film blends black comedy, suspense, and social commentary. Through powerful symbolism and sharp direction, it examines class struggle and inequality. Parasite became a global sensation, winning numerous awards and challenging viewers with its unforgettable message. IMDb rating, 8.5. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more curated lists of unforgettable movies and shows.